I'm really excited about this because this is a treasure hunter adventure and look how happy he is. It's also the only game I've ever seen with sensibility controls. The story goes the phone is ringing, it was my friend, he lost a watch. I'm going to use my metal detector to find it. And he's lost it somewhere in his garden. I need to swing from side to side until I hear the beep beep of good stuff. Getting warmer. I think that's about the right spot right there. So now we're going to switch to our shovel. I already lost the spot, but we are going to dig it out. There it is. One more dig. We have a very basic shovel, so we gotta work with limited success. You could even dedicate yourself perfectly to metal detecting. Thank you, I think I will. To exit the level, switch to the hand tool and click on the exit sign. Okay, we're gonna give it a big high five. And go. Before doing anything, I need to go to the beach and find this guy a gold bracelet. Look at all the treasure there is here. I've been informed that there's also garbage here. So when I find that, I'm supposed to put it in a yellow bin, but I will get rewarded for that. I think there's treasure here. There is something here, approximately here. I already want a better shovel. Where is this? It seems like I was actually right on the spot. We just need to go deeper. Think I see the edge of it. What do we got? We got a giant white clump of something. 1 of 4. Aluminum foil. Unknown. Cell to discover. Yes, we got someone's garbage. I turned around and walked several meters and I think we're onto another one. Seems to be right about there. I just hope eventually my shovel is so big that like I don't need to use a metal detector anymore. That was definitely not a gold ring. This is a fishing lead. Potentially also lead. Probably should have learned to read when I was in school. My next signal is right here. Luckily these are all very close. The better treasure is probably further away, but I'm too lazy to walk. The hole sort of gets bigger as I go deeper also. Was beginning to think I missed my target. Not sure what that is either. Hopefully something amazingly valuable. What is it? A Fitbit? Pretty sure that's a lighter. Well, I definitely don't have to walk very far to find anything. This one's right at the entrance of the beach where we can trip as many people as possible. And we got a coat hanger. This is a fish hook. Think we need to leave now. Okay, we got whatever that is, 1.5 and 1. So we got 2.5. Turns out aluminum foil is garbage. I see we have some regrettable metal detecting tools. That's not the only regrettable thing I have. The rusty shovel is what we have. The better shovel is 25 for a field shovel. Oh, these things get expensive quickly. A basic backpack, so we could have more room. What do we got? Flip-flops. We could be faster. We were moving kind of slow. I think these are the skins, but it's going to be hard to make this guy look any better than he already does. Back to the beach, where we've discovered that aluminum foil is in fact garbage. At least this one's in the shade. I think we've already found whatever this was, but it was worth some kind of money, so I'll take it. Do people actually drop this much stuff on the beach? I've walked like 10 steps so far and we're finding things everywhere. That's close enough. That looks like the top of a can. Can ring. How do I sell stuff exactly? Throw it in the garbage? I'm not sure we can yet because we got to sell it first. Like it tells us the fishing need is $1. So we'll just go back to detecting. There's got to be incredible treasure somewhere out here on a public beach. I don't think I saw an option to buy a better metal detector. This one seems pretty good, but hopefully there are better options available. Another one of those, that's another $1. I think the next signal is right about here. Probably a treasure chest. Or another one of those. And we run for the exit before anyone can see what we're up to. $2, because as I suspected, the garbage is in fact garbage. We have $4.5 and 0 recycling points, so we gotta get right back to work. Someone keeps filling in my holes. And nothing, they didn't bury any treasure when they did it. I think I'm actually getting multiple signals here. There's one right here and then there's one to the left. This one is, I think, a wad of aluminum again, which is worth absolutely nothing. Its twin signal, however, is something of incredible value. Fishing hook, pretty sure that is legitimately $1. I've learned how to use the garbage can. I need to pull out my hand and then select that to go into there. And is that it? That looks like it. All right. Our profit has gone up immensely because we no longer have to take trash with us. Is this 2 things in 1? Am I seeing this correctly or is this just something bigger? I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm excited. Something new. That's a bracelet? That might have been 2 things. That sure was. We got a silver chain. That's definitely got to be worth more money. Before going anywhere, we're going to throw out the aluminum foil. We're going to make so much money this time. This is also a garbage thing. I might, you know what? There might be a second one here. Hold on. No, there was actually a fishing hook. I was thinking if it was some garbage, I would let it sit there and get up and get bigger so I could come back and harvest it one day when it's mature. For the very first time, I might have actually missed a signal, or it is really deep. Well, it turns out bedrock is only a little bit down when it comes to the beach. Where is this? There it is. That, I believe, is another fishing lead. So we got at least $3 worth of stuff. Should I be concerned that the sun is like a hurricane? Just as I suspected. The silver thing was worth 10. And that means we got $17.50. The basic backpack is 5, but a cool little backpack is 20. We might as well save up another few dollars for that thing. And we still got some good treasure to find here on the beach. It is very satisfying when you get a strong signal like that. So far I found 2 pieces of garbage, but I was promised great rewards for throwing out the garbage. Once I throw out 50 pieces. But once you get a bigger backpack, that's gonna go quick. This looks fun. I'm gonna keep this. I'm not even gonna sell whatever that is, a toy car. The real treasure is knowing some child is deeply missing that, and I'm gonna sell it for profit. Just filtering out the garbage, so we have only the good stuff left. There's another fishing hook, and if I hadn't known there's another garbage bin down here, I would have walked down here sooner. Yay, more garbage, straight to the bin. Another fishing hook. People are losing an awful lot of those. I suppose that is to my benefit. I just wish I would lose more valuable ones. However, we're onto something new here. I don't actually know what that is. A crushed can. That's gotta be garbage. We've deposited it into the bin and moved on to our next signal. Normally I would have ignored that, but because we're close to the bin, we'll just go ahead and toss it in, and there's another signal actually even closer that I missed before. Pretty sure we got another fishing hook, and that's perfectly okay, because our backpack still gave us $5, and that means we can afford the cool little backpack, which leaves us with only $2.50 left. But now we can fit an unreasonable amount of items in this backpack, so I'll make lots more money, even if we are finding never-ending fishing hooks. And we could be more efficient with our garbage too. We could really get a whole pile of garbage before selling. Maybe that's what happens if we get rid of enough garbage. We'll get a better metal detector. This might be a new item. We need to discover it. Oh, that's definitely the anchor thing. That's got to be worth something, right? Boat anchors are expensive. They would stop the boat from getting away. Well, probably not this anchor, but most anchors do. Just nearby, we found another toy car. I can't remember what this was worth, but more than if we gave it back to the child. My inventory is full. Do I need to put on my new backpack? That would actually make a lot of sense. Alright, good news. We're going back early. We'll get rid of that and we'll take one more item. I found another anchor. Hopefully those are valuable. They definitely are. So we got $13 for all of our stuff. Okay, the better backpack is now on. We don't get to model it off. You just have to trust me that it's back there. We're only $10 away from a better shovel as well. Okay, we've confirmed that we have a bigger backpack on. We can see it in the upper left as well. Let's get to digging. That looks valuable. What is that thing? Yellow bottle cap of the beach. Because it's a bottle cap of the beach, I suspect it's maybe not just garbage. Either way, I'm going to give it to the vendor. Then it could be his garbage to deal with. I'm not sure what this is, but it might just be a fishing hook. I'm going to go to the far side of the beach, because if I was treasure, that's exactly where I would hide. Even sprinting, it takes a long time to get to the cliffs of the giant birds. I'm definitely not allowed to walk in water either, so we're stuck to the land that you see. This item will give us an indication of whether or not there's more valuable stuff on this side, and that's garbage, so I think this was a bad theory. This one feels like it's like in the wall. I don't know if that's possible, so we'll see what we can do. The sand might be a little bit deeper here. We're going way down there and still haven't found our thing. I'm pretty determined for what's down there, what I assume is down there, so we're like stepping our way down. I've dug a hole before. I'm pretty convinced at this point that it is legitimately in the wall, although it kind of acts like it's right there. Maybe it is just deeper, and therefore hugely good treasure. I can't give up. I found bedrock. We've dug so deep that water is coming in. And I'm not seeing an item, so I am a little bit worried about that. Good news. I'm pretty sure it is in the wall after all. But at least now we know. This looks like a fun item. This looks like it might actually be a very valuable item. I think that's just another bottle cap now that I look at it. It's a brown bottle cap of the beach. This might be a green bottle cap of the beach. I am going to hold on to these because my backpack is huge, but I'm not sure they're worth it. The best part is I've forgotten what I actually set out here to find. This is not a new one, but it's something worth money. Fishing hooks are my favorite thing in the universe to find. I assume that once my backpack is big enough, I can get like every item on the beach and therefore get anything valuable. Think we got another fishing hook. Fine, I'll make myself rich $1 at a time. There's another toy car. This one looks like gold. Yeah, that looks like a gold ring with jewels on it. It even made a fun sound. I think that's what I was here to find. That will hopefully be worth a lot. I have 3 spots in my backpack currently. I know some of my slots are filled with garbage, but I should be able to afford a better shovel also. So I'll make the 40-mile trek back to the exit of the beach. The rest of my backpack looks like that. I'm not sure about the bottle caps, but I'm going to try and sell them. It's only now on this long walk back that I realized I only got 4 fingers. And that just doesn't seem acceptable for a good metal detectorist. So the bracelet dorado is worth 50. Very well, I see you got the gold bracelet. You're very perceptive. Now it would be good for you to go to the forest. Don't tell me what to do. But also there's a very valuable pocket watch there, so I'm going there. Before going to the forest, I'm buying the next shovel, which is the filled shovel. He's very celebratory about that. The flip-flops are $10 for sand on the beach. The sneakers will make us 50% faster on flat ground, which I'm not sure the forest has. These are 30% faster in all-terrain types, which I think sounds better to me. We are $0.2 shy of that. Well, the forest is probably flat. I'm going to risk it. We're going to buy the sneakers. And then we're going to go explore the forest, which has lots of stuff. Actually, I think I need to equip some of this stuff. Yeah, the game tried to trick me again. This looks fairly flat, and it's also nighttime, and someone left a garbage bin. Okay, we got the first beeps already. That's a good start. We'll try the new shovel, which seems to take a bigger hole. What is... Okay, good. We got a heart locket. It's literally actually a heart pendant. The shovel seems to be bigger so far. I'm just glad to have a change of scenery, really. This shovel definitely is a little bit bigger, so we're finding stuff quicker. That one is a rusty washer. I'm going to go ahead and assume that's garbage, so next time we pass a garbage can, that's going straight in. I don't know what the odds of finding the thing we need are, but it's out there somewhere. No idea what this is. We found a ball. There's actually a whole pile of treasure right near the ball hole. I think we found a red bottle cap of the forest. I think the beach ones were worth $50 each, so we'll hold on to those for now. Money is money. This is also a bottle cap. This one's poking through the ground already, something red. Don't know what that is. Soda can. Probably also garbage, but at the rate we're finding garbage, we're gonna get our 50 garbage reward. Yeah, it's definitely another rusty washer. I'm not really finding a lot of valuable stuff or what I think is valuable stuff, so I might just bring it all back for the man. Some of this might be worth something, and if not, I can at least make him throw it out. Pink washer. The forest is actually really big. I'm gonna need much bigger shoes to run around this whole place. That's another pop can. This is another one or whatever those are, a pellet. I don't actually know if that's garbage or not. Do I get garbage points for throwing things away, or do I just look like an idiot? Yay, another crushed pop can. Those things actually follow me here from the beach. Fantastic. And a thing of the thing. Soda can is probably okay by itself. A crushed can is definitely garbage. So I'm going to give it to those three. We're going to split the washers. So we've recycled 14 items so far. I'm too lazy to walk back out there, so let's sell for now. We've created some very weird fraction, but everything we got, except for the cans, did have some value. Oh, and the rusty washer also has no value. So we only made $7.5, which means I kind of missed the beach, but we'll get right back to it. Surely we'll have a luckier time on this outing. Right away we got garbage. We're close to the thing that's going straight in, no mercy. Really starting to appreciate how slow the shovel is. That's a new one though. That's a rusty, a small nut. That might be worth something to the right person. We're gonna high-speed metal detect. Some kind of bottle cap. That looks like a bullet. Are bullets worth money? They're probably worth money. The wise strategy would probably be to work my way around in a big circle because I can stop at the cans along the way depositing garbage and making room. I think this is another one of the round things. This is really fantastic because even like 1 or 2 higher value items would help me get new gear. But for now I'm making like 50 cents at a time. Although this has a different color to it. Nope, never mind, it's another cap. Forest bottle caps are only worth 0.1. If I donate them, it is considered recycling. This one I haven't discovered and I might need that for completion's sake. So at least for now, I'm going to take my 10 cents at a time. There's a watch. That's got to be worth something. It will at least be worth more than 10 cents. And what do we got here? Another one of a ball. Another bullet. To be fair, we don't know how much those could actually be fairly valuable. I might be sitting on some real treasure already. Well, if Zelda games have taught me anything, it's that the best treasure is always out in the middle. And I haven't played any of those for about 20 years. Another ball. I think those are $1 each. We got another watch. So if those are even like $10 each, we'll be doing not bad. Wait, there's another treasure right here. That looks like a new something. What is that? A candle? Did we just find a candle in the woods? A rusty screw. There used to be a hardware store here. There is a blue bottle cap, which we love and adore. One more watch. That one is right on the surface. Very little digging needed. I'm making my way back towards the exit because the backpack is basically full anyways. And one more bottle cap for good measure. I don't think I actually have any garbage on me though. I only took a quick look. So we'll go see what kind of money we get for this. The bullets are worth $2 each. The watches were actually $10 each and we found 3 of them. And I very nearly have enough for the giant shovel, which I very much want. I found a lot of what exists in the forest already, but we do have a few more values. I'm just going to try and get $5 worth of stuff so we can get a better shovel, because the shovel digging is getting a little bit slow for us. There's a new one. That might be worth enough as it is. Plus a screw. I don't remember what the value of that was, but I can check. It's only worth 0.1. I might recycle that for recycling points. This is another pendant. This one is a bottle cap of the forest. I'm pretty sure I get the $5 I need for a better shovel. Just barely actually. The lock was not worth anywhere near what I thought it was, but the heart pendant was 5. Give me my giant shovel. 650 for the best shovel is going to be hard to get. But look at the size difference. It gets so much bigger. The shovel better be worth it. It was very expensive. Well, that is a big scoop. It'll be hard to miss. It is a little bit slow, but it's very big. We got 2 treasures in one even. They were both garbage. But, I mean, we still got 2 of them. That's a washer. The shovel's so big we can actually sort of filter it out now. Like, we see right away if it's good or not. That might be gold. What am I looking at? Is that a bottle cap? That's a bottle cap. That they just wanted to make it look like gold to excite you. That's fine. I don't want to find anything valuable anyway. I'll live off rusty washers for the rest of my life. Another crushed can. We can dig big with this shovel, though. It really makes me curious about the next shovels. We just need to find something real valuable. And eventually we'll find the treasure that we seek. We're going deep into the woods on this one. That's a can of cat food or something, so that's good. We'll donate that accordingly. This might be a new one. What's that hiding down there? Are you what I'm after? Nope, definitely not. I also forget what the high value item is, but we'll know it when we see it. Is that it? What is this? That's something, right? Nope, it's another bottle cap. One more bottle cap. The shovel's so big I feel like I could almost just dig through the ground and find stuff randomly. I don't need the metal detector. Although it probably still does make it quicker. That looks valuable. What is this thing? This was way up here at the back too. Oh, it's a bullet. It was a bullet standing on end. Things look different depending on where they're situated. That looks like a pile of aluminum. Isn't that just wonderful? There's a watch, so that's an easy 10. My inventory is full. I just had a feeling about this one and I want to dig it to see, because if it is something, I'll come back for it. It's not, and I don't know what happens to it if my inventory is full. Before leaving, we'll toss a few things into the garbage, especially these. We got a million of those. Garbage, 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 garbage. 27. It won't actually be that hard to get the, I think, 50 we need. We also just freed up like half of our backpack, so we don't need to leave just yet. We can continue. One thing I've very clearly determined is that I am really good at finding garbage, except for that one. My inventory is once again full. I think I just filled it basically entirely with garbage. I think there was 2 items there that actually worked. Why sunflowers? Make a few more donations to the garbage bin. You know what? We're gonna sell this. I need to change the scenery. I think we got $21.4 from that. So we're left with about $23 very, very slowly. On the bright side, we found almost everything we can in the forest. And yet we're still really good at finding the $1 balls. This might be another 2 for 1. Looks like it. Yeah, a watch and a garbage. I'm actually getting pretty excited about the 50 pieces of garbage thing because we're getting somewhat close to that. It is nice with this shovel because I don't really have to be exactly on the target. I can just dig vaguely around it on the first scoop and find it with the second. And that's the kind of lazy ambition we're here for. Ooh, I think we found what we're looking for. It made a funny sound when I did that, so we're gonna go cash out. But not before selling some garbage. We're actually at 39, so we're very much not far away from our super whatever reward. And as I head for the exit, I'm just going to swing this around, see if we find 1 or 2 more items. This looks like it might not actually be garbage. Never mind. You think by now I'd know what garbage looks like, but I still get it wrong 90% of the time. We got another one of those, so that's another $5 on top of whatever our super value thing is. And another one of those. Okay, we're gonna sell that, we're gonna sell that. You will at least find some garbage in the next level, so that's good enough for us. $123, it was 100 for someone's family heirloom. I should continue with the mountain mine. If you bring me a big enough gold nugget, I'll tell you about a place with even bigger treasure. Yeah, the forest was real fun. I'm assuming we're gonna want a mining pick for $100, so I'm just gonna go ahead and buy one. We're pretty close to being able to afford a bigger backpack as well. I don't really want anything else. The mountain seems big. I'm going to leave immediately. Oh, I'm actually allowed to. Didn't think that would work. So let's see what our first mountain treasure has. We do a cool pickaxe flip. I think the other shovel might be bigger, but we got a mountain coin. To be fair, the mountain might be harder to dig through, so the pickaxe might be required here regardless. We found what might be a pile of garbage. Scrap. Right beside it, a battery that's probably dead. Well, let's go ahead and mine through these ancient stairs to find a spoon. Well, the stairs are clearly holding the good stuff. The balls have followed me from the last area, so that's a lot of fun. Got something, a rusty wrench. That could be prehistoric and worth lots of money. There's definitely a mountain coin. It's really worth it just to try and find the one valuable item so far, rather than like 1,000 batteries. This signal went absolutely bananas, so I'm kind of curious to see what this is. I don't know what that is. A button. I don't know if like the craziness or strength of a signal correlates to being a higher value item or not. That's a copper T-tube. I don't know if a lot of this is actually garbage or not. The mountain coin we're probably going to throw away. I think I'd rather get the 50 trash reward than the 10 cents we get for that thing. There's a purple coin and more garbage. So the garbage is going to eat the brown bottle caps of the mountain and probably the scrap as well. And then this and then that. 49. We only need one more garbage. Given our track record, this will be garbage. That gold nugget? What is that? It is a gold nugget. I think he said he needs a really big one or something though for the next area. There's a wrench that might be garbage. I'll probably end up just sacrificing a random item because I don't want to walk far away from the bin. There's a second gold nugget and another battery. Wait. One more try. Pretty sure that's going to be garbage. Wow. It's probably all garbage that overflowed from the bin. Okay, I'm perfectly willing to throw one of the bottle caps. 50. Do I get I got an achievement for that. Where's our reward? I'm walking out of here for now. I want to see if there's actually a reward for that. There's supposed to be. We still made $63 somehow. The golds are worth 30 each. You'll already have 50 recycling points. As I promised, here's your gift, an upgraded work belt. With it, you can carry an additional tool. Reach 100 points and you'll be rewarded. Okay, so another tool is in... Oh, I get to pick another shovel. Okay, give me the big one. The mammoth backpack slows us down by 20%. That seems, not great. I'm gonna get the all-terrain boots that make us 30% faster on all types of terrain. The big shovel does seem to work here, at least in the dirt, which I suppose will be mildly faster for stuff like that. I mean, this item I can just straight up see on the surface, so that's nice. The big shovel can't dig through the rock, though. Perfect. Alright, let's go to the top of the mountain where the good stuff is. We are 30% faster on all terrain types after all. Oh, I can actually just go straight up this. That appears to be where the abandoned mine is. So the big gold nuggets are here. I've exhausted the path of all its garbagely treasures, so I'm going to work around here, hopefully finding more gold nuggets because we make a lot of money off those. We definitely cannot dig as fast with the pickaxe. We got a good luck. But as long as I'm accurate, it doesn't really make it any slower. Like if I get a really good signal right there, we know exactly where to dig. And then we get a 10-cent garbage token. Eventually, we'll find the piece we're looking for. There's no way I'm getting a bigger backpack to slow us down. Thought that was going to be a new item. It was just the top of a battery. Batteries are biodegradable. I should just leave them right there. They come from the earth. They can go back to the earth. My inventory is full, so I really shouldn't dig anymore. And we made $34 for all that, mostly all in a single gold bar. I can't remember if I found any gold bars in the actual path or not. But I think I actually want to try it. There might be an item right there I see sticking out of the ground. Am I right about this? It seems like there's a spoon or something there. There sure is. Somehow I feel like the levels are getting less valuable as we go. I feel like we're making more on average in the forest, but we're making more on average on the beach than the forest also. I feel like everyone here is just trying to manipulate me into cleaning up the earth. My inventory is full and I'm only right here at the first bend up the mountain. What we can do is dig out the garbage can, but then also throw a bunch of stuff in. Most of this is just flat garbage. Most of it's worth absolutely nothing. A rusty key is a new one. I didn't even realize we picked it up. We do have a nice strong signal right about here. Which is more garbage. Of course it is. Well, at least I found the first gold nugget I found in a while. It wasn't quite what we're looking for, but I'll take it. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to hit 100 pieces of garbage before we find even another something of value. Inventory is once again full. So basically if it's worth less than $1, it is going in the bin. And that leaves us with 4 items in our backpack. 4. I did immediately find another gold nugget though. If we could find 10 of those, we'd be doing pretty well. I've got no idea where the mighty treasure might be hiding, but we've been looking for an awfully long time already. Think I found a small gold nugget. Perfect. And my backpack is full again, basically instantly of garbage, although there are 3 gold nuggets in here now. Never had a signal like that. I'm assuming it's deep. Or maybe just broken. It's going absolutely bananas there, but it's gotta be way down there. Unless it's just that over there was giving a weird signal, which is entirely possible. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go way down deep there. Another lock as we work our way back down the mountain. Yeah, we've actually got 94 pieces of garbage now, so we only need another 6 before our next reward. There's another gold nugget, so we're not throwing that away. Thought that was a bigger piece of gold. There's another gold nugget, so we're finally starting to get somewhat consistent there. It would take so long to dig up this entire map. It's so big. Pretty sure there's something red buried down there. I was digging for a different item, but now I see it, and you know what? It's a bottle cap. Backpack is full again. We got our 100 item thing though. So we are going to leave this place and get our new reward, which is very possibly another slot in my tool belt so I can bring another shovel that I can't use. $150, which is pretty good. As a reward, I'll give you the price book, which will let you know the price of everything you find without having to sell it. We also now have 200 recycling point goal. On the mountain we found everything except for one bottle cap and the big item. How many hours will it take is anyone's guess. It's always funny when I'm walking around and I see something exposed. Since I'm only looking for some kind of super treasure anyway, I'm gonna throw out basically anything that's not a gold nugget because nothing else is worth my time. Plus I assume the thing we're looking for has to spawn somewhere, so eventually we just have to find it by process of elimination. I think I might have found what we're looking for after many hours of searching. That looks like a big gold nugget. That better be worth like infinity billion dollars. The small golds totaled 180, the big gold 200. And now we're going to the ruins where there is a large ceramic pot full of gold. And the desert looks like another enormous level that is probably going to take many hours to complete. But good news, we got a 50-cent bottle cap. Some kind of cookie though, that might be valuable. It actually is $15 for that. I forgot we can see the price of things already. I'm so used to finding garbage, I just didn't care. Is that another cookie coin? It's not. Is there stuff like embedded in the bridge? Am I allowed to dig through this? This is probably very historical, but I won't miss it. I'm definitely allowed to dig very far into that, although there appears to be no treasure whatsoever. So we'll perhaps just stick to digging in normal or semi-normal materials. We found a new disc of some kind, a green Roman coin, $20. Another cookie coin. We're definitely making good money while we're here. The item's still very spaced apart, but that's okay because I'm tired of digging up garbage every 5 feet. Decided to cash out real quick, which means we made $74, which means we can afford to buy the Supreme Shovel. With this fabulous tool, you'll be able to dig any kind of terrain effortlessly. Yes, please. So I'm going to bring that and the Mega Big Shovel. Because if I'm understanding that correctly, the Mega Shovel should be basically the pickaxe, but it digs like a regular shovel. So it can dig through any material, but it can do a big hole instead of a little one. We've got our first signal. It digs very quick. This is a nice change. Doesn't dig as much as the Mega Shovel, but it's quick. I can actually really appreciate the speed of this thing. That is some kind of coin, but definitely not a pot full of gold. This map really does have a lot of consistent value to it. We found that's only 0.1, but that's 10 and that's 25. Basically everything we find is worth something. If I was trying to hide treasure, I'd be putting it under all these things. But this is the type of material, the shovel that can dig through anything, can't actually dig through. So back to the regular dirt it is. We found another button and another coin. And with that, you know what? I've already got the ultimate shovel, so I don't really feel the need to dig around here for more hours for no upgrades anyway. So I had fun.